going on, y'all? About to check out this video from the More Pegasus channel. And if I'm not mistaken, it's about Hasan Piker with his clown self. Let's check this out. Don't forget to hit the hype button and the like button if you haven't. Also drop some comments.
Welcome back to a series so corny, even Hasan subscribed. In today's video, Hasan has finally reacted to his MeatCanyon video and he is coping hard. He desperately tries to calm down
Damn, I don't even think I got a chance to see that video.
his ravenous audience who are itching to hunt down a Hasan hater. Then he calls MeatCanyon a centrist Andy because he made fun of Asmin and Hasan. Actual political brain rot. He somehow presents being centrist as a bad thing because he's that radical.
Yeah, this dude's a loser. Son always trying to push somebody towards being woke. Like, that's his go-to. Push you towards being extreme.
XQC has responded calling Hasan a parasite, and Hasan is not happy. Hasan is now pretending to be a military expert trying to cover breaking news involving Iran. He claims the US military should just refuse service and go to prison, he says, from his safe and sound $3 million Hollywood mansion. He claims every bit of pro-US news is propaganda and starts rooting for the terrorists. He learns the US pilot was rescued from Iran and immediately doubts the news. Bro is rooting for the other side. Asmin is clowning Hasan for his horrible outfits. Subscribe to piss off Hasan. Always a valid reason.
Let's up those numbers!
Now let's begin. Right, welcome back everybody. So last time, Hasan was getting memed on by animator MeatCanyon, who made an animation about him shocking his dog.
Who's this guy?
Yeah, who's he?
Yeah.
去年了，放我走，他们非要我看。
What the fuck are you saying?
Kaya, please!
Now he also made fun of Asmongold and several other
Oh, that's so crazy. Yo, this looks wild, bro. This look nuts.
streamers in the past like XQC, but nobody is as butthurt as Diddy Piker here. He instantly brought up Israel, saying that that's his biggest op, and he's actually focused on adult things. He doesn't have time for memes, guys.
You know who's throwing massive shade my way? The nation state of Israel. This is the adult drama, right?
Massive shade. Israel's throwing shade towards you. This dude is a clown, bro.
The MeatCanyon thing is not even drama at all. So,
well, after being bullied by his chat, he finally reacted to the video. And I find it funny how he has to like pre-warn the audience and prep them. Hasan reacts to his MeatCanyon feature.
I forgot to watch the MeatCanyon video. At least show me the parts that I'm in the MeatCanyon video and I can react to it and get angry. Where does it? MeatCanyon. Let's see. Discord mods are the worst. 20 minutes in, about to get both sides. I don't even think MeatCanyon is like that. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think he's like that at all. Like I say, he's homies with Noel Miller. So, and also, you guys need to be in way.
I thought he was saying he wasn't like that in a different way. Because Hasan ain't like that. He ain't about that life.
Way chiller about the
Don't kick me.
Yeah, he's not a bad person. He's a nice person in general. He has good. He has a pretty solid politics.
Guys, wait, calm down. We'll decide after watching the video if we actually want to ruin his life and harass him for the rest of eternity, right? Trust me, guys, he has solid politics. He's a lefty like me, preferably radical lefty, right? He better be, or, you know, we'll be posting his address tomorrow. Anyway, so he finally reacts to the video, and he's trying his best to not seem butthurt about the situation. Obviously, last time he was pre-molding before watching the video, so this time he's trying to cope and smile, but then he calls him like a centrist because he made fun of both sides. Everything is political, guys.
He uses my name to clout chase and just clip farm. It's fucking bogus, man. Seriously.
Hasan's talking about you on a stream again? He's such a fucking parasite, guys. Seriously.
Yo, chat, give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Can you guys excuse me for 1 second?
The clip farming's going great. We're going to make so much money together.
Oh, God. Classic both sides. I mean, it's
yes,
funny.
my love, you're doing great.
Will you please kiss me to hold me over until stream is done?
Only think
Oh, God. It's so... politically, it's cringe, but it's
nasty as hell. This is nasty work, bro. Eee.
It's funny. It's
That's
whatever.
super hard.
Oh, centrist Andy over here.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
who's this guy? Kaya, please!
I'm gonna talk about that later.
Oh, yeah, you want to talk about it? You want to hit it again?
Let me do one. Let me zap her.
Kaya!
Yeah, Hasan watching this and going, wait a minute, did this guy install a camera in my house? Because that's exactly how I shock my dog. I also do, in fact, force her to speak in Chinese. And of course, leave it to Hasan to make every single thing political. Guys, politically, this is kind of cringe, right? Politically speaking, you know? Politically speaking, of course. I don't know what he meant by centrist Andy.
Okay, this video look insane, bro. This shit look crazy.
I guess if you're a true liberal, you would only make fun of Asmongold and not Hasan, right? So this is MeatCanyon capitulating to his audience, trying to be a centrist Andy, according to Hasan, of course. Yeah, Hasan, I don't think everything is a political statement, right? He's just sort of poking fun at, you know, weird and wacky things. So then he starts watching more of it, and his smile is dropping rapidly. The copium is fading.
John PG!
I can't hold it in any longer. You need to make love to me right now.
Oh,
my
so
gosh.
gross. It's gross. It's gross to fucking to put the This is what people were freaking out about. Yeah, the
It's
whole
not your type.
oh
Not your type, Hasan. You prefer the woman from person from Orange is the New Black that was all hugged up on you and you was all nervous.
Hassan and Asmongold have a symbiotic relationship where they both benefit. Like, yeah, no, I'm definitely good on that.
Oh, yeah!
At least he make Kaya speak Mandarin. MeatCanyon lovers with Wendigoon, who's kind of like Southern coded Hasan that likes guns. You're in it again at the end in competition for this
I haven't
torture.
watched this
Please pay
video
my
for
college
years.
debt. I mean, it's fine.
I haven't watched Wendigoon in a minute. Damn, does he still do scary type stories? Or like legends and whatnot?
Who gives a shit? It's like a hacky bit. Yes,
God, glad to be out.
How did we get outside?
Who wants Panda Express? Oh, yeah!
Yeah, Panda Express. Yeah,
That's it. That's it. Same size of the Griff Spectrum slop. That's it. And Kaya is a Chinese asset. I mean, at least he made you Jack. Yeah. He got the nail biting though. That's true. He did. Designer brand on the t-shirt.
Holy shit, bro. The amount of lobotomites in his chat. They're always trying to, I mean, they learn from Hasan, right? So they learn from the best. So they're also trying to make it into some sort of a political statement. Oh yeah, he's portraying you guys as equally bad guys. MeatCanyon being the centrist Andy, of course. Oh my god. Is he actually implying that you are as bad as Asmongold? Dude, obviously it's just for the memes. Like, if anything, you should probably be grateful that you weren't clowned on more. And if it's true what you actually said, that you guys share similar politics, God, I hope he doesn't align with the terrorist support, because then we have another conversation to have. But yeah, if you say that, okay, you're on the same side of politics, or you have like these mutual friends and, you know, you get along well, then I really wonder if this is...
I gotta get like the same thing every time, bro. Is it I forgot how to pronounce it. It's a certain type of chicken that's fried. It might be orange, but I'm thinking about the beef. Yep. There's a type of fried beef that they have too at Panda Express that's really good. As well as some of that, what do you call it, crab ragoon. I think that's pretty good. But Panda Express is mad expensive though, compared to like a Chinese restaurant.
you sort of like evaluating him online, right? Oh, is this okay to
It's like going to Chipotle instead of going to like a mom and pop taco shop.
joke about, right? Because we all know that during the QT Cinderella Streamer Awards, for example, you have to approve the dog shocking jokes through Hasan first, right? Hasan would have his jokes pre-approved because he's a thin-skinned man baby.
There
That's
were jokes in the monologue that you had about me and Kaya that I had, of course, said yes to ahead of time.
I mean, it really must be
That's
super
insane.
fun to be friends with Hasan, right? You can't even be yourself or joke around with him because he's so uptight and he's always trying to evaluate every single one of your statements.
Then run the jokes by Casa not first.
And through like a political filter, right? You could say the most apolitical statement of all time, be like, well, this orange juice tastes pretty good. Hasan will bring up the name of the fucking orange juice company connected to Israel somehow and be like, well, it looks like you're a fascist. Only fascists love orange juice. You think that's a stretch, but watch him actually do it. So then he says that MeatCanyon is presenting his politics in a dog shit manner, as if this video was him presenting his politics at all.
Yeah, his art style is great. He's very he is a very talented guy. And like I said, he's homies with Noel Miller. I'm sure his politics are not as like dog shit as the way he presents it here. And is not like, oh, these guys are both the same. It's just mostly, I suspect it's mostly just hacky shit, you know? He is talented, but this was atrocious. You guys need to be less serious about this stuff. The creator is MeatCanyon, and the video is Discord mods are the worst. Noel Miller still fuck with you? Yeah. Is peanut? Yeah, is burnt peanut humor a little bit?
Oh yeah, he's like burnt peanut a little bit. Yeah, reminder, this is what Hasan had to say about the burnt peanut who made a dog shocking joke.
Bro, this is the number one streamer of Israel. Israel's finest. Israel did its very best to be like, let's get Dr.
Number one streamer of Israel is crazy, bro. Everybody's team Israel in Hasan Piker's eyes. That's pretty insane.
Respect, but without the kid diddling.
Yep, sounds about right. You're kind of acting like Israel right now, bro. But you know, in this case, I'm actually totally cool with it, right? I like your politics, Mr. Meat Guy. You know what? My community is too uptight. You know, I'm the cool one here, obviously. They need to be less serious. Funniest thing is, it's your community, so that's kind of how you've trained them to be attack dogs towards anything that is against you, basically all the time. So then he talks about how MeatCanyon actually talked about ICE before, and he's more liberal in his politics, and therefore Hasan's community needs to not attack him, right? So basically the implication is, if MeatCanyon was more centrist or right-wing, or a centrist right-wing Democrat, as Hasan says, then you're free to attack him, right? Then you're free to go and fucking ruin his entire livelihood. But thank God he's actually a lefty, guys. And I guess he's not just a lefty, but he's crossed that sort of threshold to which Hasan says, oh, it's okay. It's okay, right? And then the other possibility is that he's kind of afraid of his audience because MeatCanyon's a very big creator.
You had a video shitting on ICE. Chad is just being defensive of you. Yeah, no, it's the classic. It's the classic. Like, look, any content creator on the internet, okay, any content creator on the internet has to literally lean into the apolitical audience, and the best possible way to do the apolitical audience, the best possible way to farm an apolitical audience is by being like, I call balls and strikes. And obviously, you know, someone like Hasan is pretty much the same as someone like Asmongold, right? Like I'm above it all. Like that's the mentality that people present. But that's it. You know, it is what it is. He's a very talented guy, and I don't think his politics are anywhere near as like centrist as he presents it in that bit.
Bro, what the fuck are you on about? He did not present shit. This wasn't like a political video. And also,
Hasan want people to be on his side so bad, bro. Right? He's seeing things that's not there, trying to make everything about politics. This dude is a clown, bro. Like a straight goof.
Implication here is that being centrist is a bad thing. So apparently, like, seeing both sides and realizing that both sides have their pros and cons, that's a bad thing, right? Being neutral is actually a bad thing. And then he wonders why people call him a radical. Also, Hasan goes that, oh, he's leaning into the apolitical audience. No, Hasan, that's actually his audience, because that's the content he does. Like, it's random animations, or it's stuff like on his second channel, he'll be doing like some random like commentary-ish type stuff. But yeah, that's the thing. You don't have to actually lean into anything. When your content is wacky animations, it's obviously a more apolitical audience, right? In fact, anyone who's not a political commentator such as yourself usually has a more apolitical audience, right? But Hasan would not be able to look at anything through the lens of that. because his mind is just surrounded by fucking politics, Israel, shocking his dog, Asmongold. There's only a few things that sort of occupy his headspace. All right, here we got the replies. And of course, number one, Eric, back at it again. Bro, I swear you're paying to get the top reply. This makes no sense, man. Like, honestly, how are you doing this? Eric goes, how is this funny? Hasan never even did anything to his dog, question mark? Was this just an attack by the MAGA right that made the low IQ crew fall for? Not even
lies you tell. Now you just gonna sit there and just lie like you breathe? You gotta be trolling. You gotta be trolling. Yeah, that's what it seemed like. They trolling their ass off.
kind of funny. Congrats, man. Bait used to be believable. Ultimate fucking rage baiter here. F off, Eric. It's a cartoon. It's Mr. Eric. Of course, the lawyer, apparently. He absolutely did, and you were 100% lying to yourself if you watch the video where he reaches over and presses something, then his dog yelps. Not to even mention the follow-up done in the specific collar and how he admits to taking his dog to a trainer who uses shock collars. Just mob mentality. Dumb people get tricked by it. Now notice how he addressed every argument here, right? Notice how he pulled up the clip and pointed out exactly how Hasan didn't shock his dog. That's why we all love Mr. Eric. He always provides the facts and logic, of course. Can you explain why his explanation at first was that he was reaching for a Zin, but he clearly didn't grab a Zin? Why lie? No reply. I guess his 18 hours of Twitter time for the day was up. Bro, I seen you in every Hasan thread white knighting this commie like you're trying to top off Baby Alien in the Bang Bus for another role. Get a life, brother. Bot reply. That's hilarious coming from you. But he's making fun of Asmongold and Hasan. How is this right wing? My attention was grabbed against my wishes due to the fake shocking incident that MAGA adjacents have framed Hasan as. People who think he didn't shock his dog are failing the litmus test for mental illness. You were tricked by your mob, lol. Learn to think for yourself outside of the hive mind. You fucking... Alright, that's enough rage bait for today. See you next time, bozo. And the fact you're doing this for free, truly commendable, bro. Can this man not find a single shred of joy in life? What are you talking about? He's very happy when he shocks his dog. Hasan's handler 10 minutes before the stream. Handler. Now remember, Hasan, today you have to react to that MeatCanyon video to prove you have a sense of humor and can take a joke. No spurging out. You can't get toxic because of a little playful fun. But what if it makes me mad and hurts my feelings? When that happens, just make a little joke or laugh. Ah, you got it, Chief, as long as they keep the Gucci rolling. What do we say about the word Chief? That is cultural appropriation and a no-no word. That's right, now go get him, Tiger. And yeah, that part. Now, who's the handler?
A no-no word is crazy. Yo, what?
Or is it Froggen? Holy, she has produced the stream again. Lovely job, Froggen. Maybe, just maybe, not everything and everyone is some rabid psycho obsessed about politics like Hasan, and they just want to make funny, disturbing videos about current pop culture. No, let's not be ridiculous now. Also, I'm so confused. What is happening with like Twitter and YouTube? Everywhere on the internet, suddenly I'm seeing the comments are not sorted by the likes. It's always like, I don't know, there's a bunch of comments with no likes, and then later you scroll down and you see like more like, I don't know what the fuck's happening. Right, anyway, so XQC responded and apparently started another beef.
放我走，他们非要我看。
What the fuck are you saying?
Kaya, please!
Oh, Hasan and Asmongold have a symbiotic relationship where they both benefit. Like, yeah, no, I'm definitely good on that.
Oh, yeah.
Chat,
No,
it's
that's
not
what's
chat.
going
It's
down
not symbiotic
something
relationship,
big.
chat. It's parasitic.
They both do benefit from it.
Because I'm gonna say the real truth. Hasan jumped on Destiny back in the days, and he suckled all the clout he could, and then he got away from his host until he found a new host. That's not guys, that's parasitic nature.
I mean, no lies said there. Hasan is the biggest fucking parasite. He absolutely tries to suck off clout from anyone he can get his hands on. Did you know, guys, he's actually a big fan of Jason the Ween. Big fan of I Show Speed. What do they have in common?
And he's definitely social climbing, right? Which is a thing that happens within live streaming.
Absolutely nothing, except they're popular streamers and they're a full decade younger than him. How do you do, fellow kids? Just exclude.
Could you put a closed captions for XQC? I'll translate what he said. Pretty much. Wow. I hope that was able to translate. I hope you. Oh, that made it easier. Because that's what it sounded like to me.
Exclusively trying to leech clout. How feral of a fan base you have that you have to tell them to settle down before even watching the video? Pretty feral. He's 100% fuming inside. Don't worry, it comes outside too. Bro is so mad. No, not mad. He's only annoyed, as we'll see. Hasan begging his audience to not harass or hate on MeatCanyon just for a cartoon. Says all you need to know about his community. That's him though. Like he is his community. That's just how it is. He's literally holding back the attack dogs, right? And he's basically holding a gun to MeatCanyon, going like, yeah, hey buddy, just going forward, make sure you're as radically lefty as you can possibly be, because the second you step out of line, we're going after you. Anyways, Hasan responded, takes offense at being compared to XQC. Basically, a chatter told Hasan to relax because MeatCanyon also made an entire video about XQC, right? He isn't exclusively covering Hasan. This isn't some hate campaign against him. He's covered a bunch of other people. And in XQC's video, he actually portrays him as way worse, right? Like this absolute greedy freak who's hoarding a bunch of money. And it was just some weird shit like his maids trying to escape with a bunch of money.
What, is that my maids? What is all that?
Why don't we just take some here and play? He could spot us at any time.
Well, that's actually pretty accurate. That is like,
We should do it right.
That's crazy.
Chat, because people who miss the streams,
yeah, exactly.
It's crazy, chat.
Yeah, so it wasn't the best portrayal, let's just say, but Hasan still takes it too seriously.
I gotta watch these joints. That look hilarious. Yo, that was crazy. And I didn't know XQC had maids.
I made a whole video about XQC. You need to relax. Are we comparing my contributions to the American political sphere the same as XQC's contributions to the gambling debt? XQC's contributions to child gambling? It's fucking insane. Don't lean into that. Yeah, I'm not even annoyed by the Kaya thing. I'm annoyed by the Asmongold and Hasan are two sides of the same coin shit more than anything else.
Wait, what do you mean, Hasan? Annoyed? I thought you loved it. He was smiling, guys. What? Weren't you laughing and having a good time? Oh wait, almost like it was cope. Also, this colossal regard actually thinks that because MeatCanyon made a video on XQC and Hasan, that means it's a comparison of their characters. Oh, well, he made one video about XQC that was 2 to 3 minutes longer than Hasan. Therefore, he actually doesn't like XQC more. Therefore, he's actually a left-winger, actually. He's unironically doing that sort of maths in his head. He's a fucking, bro, lighten up. Holy shit. You're such a loser. I can't stress it enough. I mean, of course, the guy who consistently has to reiterate that, hey, guys, I'm actually taking the joke so well. Look, I'm smiling. Yeah, you're not taking the joke well at all. Also, him talking about his contributions to the American political sphere. Buddy, all you've done is raise a cult of fucking morons and collectively lower the IQ of thousands and thousands of people.
Yeah, I don't think that Hasan has contributed anything, let alone from the political sphere, to existence. He hasn't done anything of value ever. Not one time. This is pretty odd. Pretty odd that he would even think so. But that's just me.
You should have been locked up years ago, and I can't wait. The debunker exposed the lie he pulled with the shot caller, so anyone who pointed this out is forever on his shit list. And that's just a little funny with how fragile his ego is. Yeah, and he did this after Hasan was shitting on him for the past year. He has such a grand view of himself and his own importance without seemingly understanding how ridiculous it looks. It's seriously embarrassing. Yeah, he really has to put on a front, but I imagine when the cameras are off, he's always like, I can't believe I'm fucking doing this, I can't believe I'm lying constantly day to day. He just has to pretend, put on a brave face while deep inside knowing that he's just a clown. Checking. Oh, look at the terror in Kaya's eyes. Hasan, what you actually meant to say is that your contributions is anti-Americanism and animal abuse. This regard actually thinks he contributes to politics. Oh, he definitely contributes, just not positively. He moved the camera so you can't see Kaya in the saw trap. Please, saw traps are child's play. You have no idea what sort of horrors Hasan has hooked up Kaya's bed to. Did Hasan run from a debate challenge?
Nah, we gotta free Kaya, bro. We gotta free Kaya. That's crazy. Like, yo. Yeah, I definitely, and the way he was laughing during that moment when the cartoon played that, yeah, that was a little bit off to me. That was a little bit suspect. I ain't like that.
By XQC, yes, he did. Moving on to Hasan covering some breaking news involving Iran. And here he basically says that the U.S. military should just go to prison.
What? A second U.S. combat aircraft, an A-10 Warthog, crashed near the Strait of Hormuz. The pilot was safely rescued at the roughly the same time an F-15. What the f? Hey, yo! Unbelievable, dude. Unfreaking believable. An Iranian capture of U.S. pilots could be a turning point in the war with Iran. God damn, dude. It is, what a day.
Saying that Iranian forces had shot down the U.S. fighter jet overnight, with Iranian state media releasing images of the wreckage of that jet. And
bro, this was so funny. The way that the American media was covering this issue was, I'm sorry, kind of funny. Okay, it's devastating for the pilots, but also it's going to be quite difficult for me to feel a sense of sympathy for American Air Force pilots when I know what they're doing. They're responsible for a litany of war crimes. Like, here's an alternative: don't do that. Right? Quit. Better to be in prison.
Right, of course. So better to be in prison. So this is what Hasan thinks of the people protecting his dumbass. Hasan, you're sitting in a $3 million Hollywood mansion, and you don't even realize the only reason you're safe and sound is because of the military. Now, sure, obviously, you can disagree with maybe certain actions or policies, or not even like certain, like, you know, generals or whatever. But the thing is, he's not talking about one specific person or someone who did one specific thing that he didn't like. He hates the entire military. He literally hates the people who protect his ass. I mean, it's pretty obvious. He wishes veterans get PTSD, right? Just like his pal Froggen. You really can't expect much.
Oh no, not Frogan. Nah, Frogan, she's still over there begging
from these two people.
Do you even have your balls remaining, or did a fucking IED explode them for you, dumbass? Shut the fuck up. Go enjoy your fucking PTSD, asshole. Fuck you.
The U.S. military? Who fucking who? I hope you get PTSD, and I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America.
Yep, and he used this argument before of, oh yeah, you should just refuse orders. You should just refuse to enlist in the military and just go to prison, right? He said this about Ethan's wife, Ela. She should have gone to prison at age 18 and actually just go to jail instead of serving her mandatory service, right? Essentially saying she should have gone to prison for being born in a certain place. Insane. Yeah, Hasan, turns out it's not that fucking easy.
And mind you, Hasan wouldn't last one day in a prison. Hasan go to prison, he gonna cry as soon as he walk in the door. Immediately.
Right? Because, you know, when people confronted you about your tax dollars, your American tax dollars funding bombs that are killing civilians, then suddenly Hasan's like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm just one of the many people paying taxes. Yeah, wow. It's funny how that works, Hasan. I think you should turn yourself in, not for the tax or anything, just for being a colossal fucking regard. Like, holy shit, you net negative to society. But no, according to Hasan, everyone else should go to prison, right? Everybody he doesn't like. Honestly, like, if every U.S. military person was in prison, then you wouldn't be able to peacefully live in your $3 million mansion. I'm sure a bunch of people don't like you, pal. Like, you're lucky you're being protected. You should be grateful. But of course, that's just not in your vocabulary. So then he talks about propaganda from news sources, right? And obviously very ironic considering the media this guy consumes.
What I consider to be at least like quite illustrative of the way that the media is trying to massage the war efforts is the fact that CNN International PR did this piece right after they found the wreckage a couple hours ago, right? Like this was originally aired, I think like 6, maybe 7 hours ago, but CNN International PR posted it 4 hours ago. Why is it funny? Because by that point, there was a search and rescue operation that was being conducted at that point for like 4 hours. Okay. So the fact that they were still like, well, CENTCOM told us it's not real. They have all of their, their fleet is accounted for. It was just like, buddy, I don't know if you're seeing this, but the tail is in front of you. That's our thing. That's our fighter jet. You're looking at pieces of it. It's totally ridiculous to be like, well, what we know at the moment is that the Americans in Central Command have said so far that all their planes are accounted for. I mean, I guess the plane is technically accounted for. It's not a lie. It's just, it's accounted for in Iran. If anything, them saying that only makes them more incompetent. It's just so transparent that they're lying.
Yeah, I think my favorite part about all of this is the very first reply calling Hasan a freaking terrorist. This terrorist is legitimately happy that Iran did this. Oh my God, that is hilarious. But yeah, Hasan talking about propaganda is the biggest bit of projection, bro. You literally eat up anything your 5 designated Twitter accounts tell you. Ask Hasan where he gets his news from. It's the Hasanabi fan account, Hasanabi Meme Productions. I mean, don't act like you do any research at all, bro. This guy quite literally looks at the news. If it's pro-USA, he goes, well, we don't really need to report this guy. We need to wait for more evidence to come out. I just want to be very thorough, right? If it's anti-USA, instantly, like on the fucking second it drops, he's like, guys, oh my God, USA bad. Wow, they're so incompetent. In fact, they should all go to prison because they're committing war crimes. Brother, your existence on social media at this point, that's the war crime. Lock yourself up if you have any shred of remorse.
No, I ain't go front. I am surprised that he ain't get spoken to from somebody, nigga, government, anybody. The things that he be saying, he be wilding out, bro. Like, he need to see if he could get that off in some of these countries or cities that he keep pumping up. See if they let you do that somewhere where communism is. If they let you say all these nasty things about where you stay at.
Force. And honestly, I'm starting to see why everybody wants him deported. It's like a level of ungratefulness you could only have living in Hollywood. Right, so then Hasan gives his expert military analysis, of course. Crazy. Apparently, he knows better than military generals because Hasan is an expert in the art of war.
But what was shocking to me, at the very least, was that they just don't have enough man pads, I guess. Because, like, how do you not mobilize? Iran is massive. Iran's a massive country. But, like, how do you not mobilize in specific quadrants, mobile units with man pads immediately to the area? Especially as you're in the process of like conducting your own search mission to figure out where these incredibly high profile prisoners of war will be. But yeah, it's unbelievable. Flying low and slow, very dangerous. Yeah. I mean, this is dangerous because you can be targeted with like conventional weapons at that point, right? Like small arms and especially depending on how close you get to the ground. But then, I mean, this is at this point, flying like this, I feel like it's just, all it takes is like one man pad, right?
Bro, why the fuck are you talking? Like, does Hasan's audience literally think that he's some sort of a military expert?
They believe any bull crap that he say, yeah. I think that they truly sit there and believe anything. He could be sitting there arguing with a rocket scientist, and they be like, well, Hasan, he agrees with everything that our side says, so we gotta just believe him. Let's not question anything Hasan brings to the table, even though we've caught him lying like he breathes. Like 1,000 times. He just be lying.
Actually, they're flying too low to the ground. I'm pretty sure you could shoot them down with a pistol. Did I tell you that I'm an expert marksman too? You know, when I was growing up broke, I was hunting in the woods, right? With my family, of course. You know, more broke activities. I was riding on my horse, chasing down deer. Hasan Piker, expert in explosives, expert in geopolitics, expert in warfare. Everything, I guess. He's just an all-rounder. I guess it all comes from his 13-year-old degree, right? Very valuable degree in communications. Yeah, just a reminder, Hasan thought Arma 3 footage was real war footage. Complete fucking clown.
Rip. They lit that fucking thing up. Look at the traces. This one is literally Arma 3. It's fake. It's Arma. Oh, god damn it! I hate it!
So then Hasan starts making fun of people who think America is a strong military.
I think another Top Gun movie could unironically single-handedly restore a lot of Americans' fence-sitters' faith in America's force projection capabilities. Yeah, but what I didn't understand is why the pilots didn't, as soon as they ejected from the F-15, why didn't they go to the nearest Iranian airbase?
I didn't watch the last Top Gun, even though I heard it was pretty good.
And take over an F-14 and then fly out with it. Because, like, that's what you're supposed to do in that situation, right? Like, that's what I've learned you're supposed to do. I thought that was like standard operating protocol. At least that's what, Tom Cruise taught me is what you're supposed to do. But I guess Israel destroyed all their F-14s, so they can't really do that anymore.
Yeah, hilarious, man. It just doesn't land when you're trying.
I was going to say, it looked like, was he describing what was done in the movie? I was about to say, if he's talking about the film, it looked like they was doing something similar to what he just said. I don't know. Or is he saying in real life should be like, is that what he'd say? He could have been saying that. Like, how come it's not like how it is in the film?
Trying to make fun of
it worked on Power Rangers.
Average Americans and their knowledge about war. When you're sitting here trying to analyze a war, when you're a Twitch streamer, how does your audience not die laughing at you attempting to explain warfare? They should actually just recruit Hasan, fire all the war generals, just put Hasan on the job. The extent of his analysis really is, if the USA does something, it's bad, right? If you watch any of his streams, that is the synopsis. And I really wish it was a little more complicated or a little more nuanced, but he really just sticks to that. You could probably look at like historical footage of America winning a war and Hasan would go, but they were losing like 90% of the time. So then Hasan tries to prove that Iranians actually hate America, and he finds like 10 people walking around with guns.
No, but you see, these guys are actually there to make sure that the American fighter pilot gets a warm welcome, as in, if he lands on Iranian soil and no one has guns, Americans panic because they're like, where am I? This must be a communist country or something. No one has guns. So the reason why these guys have guns is to be like, hey, we're just like you, American. We have guns as well. Yeah, they have the flags as well to be like, see, this is Iran, very similar to America. We also have guns. Yeah, they're actually bringing comfort guns for the pilot. I figured it out. I'm still working on it. I'm still workshopping exactly how this fits into they're welcoming us as liberators mentality that I've been hearing quite a bit from every Israeli mouthpiece and every American mouthpiece as well, including my favorite president of all time, Donald Trump. And I guess they're bringing emotional support guns because they're like, oh, you just lost your fighter jet and you probably feel a little scared right now. We wanted to give you this gun as emotional support because this is how Americans operate.
So let me get this straight. Hasan basically finds 10 people walking around with guns and basically implies that the entirety of Iran hates America, right? He's basically saying that they're, hunting down the American pilot. Now, first off, the media put a bounty on the guy. Of course, some people are going to try to find them for their own benefit. Second off, nobody said that there were no pro-regime people. Iran is a lot of people, and not everyone hates the regime. Third off, this obviously doesn't represent every Iranian, right? And you're just being a colossal douchebag as always, right? And of course, Hasan is absolutely ecstatic, super happy. It's like his birthday, right? Honorary birthday that an American pilot was stranded in Iran. He literally just loves when anything bad happens to the US or any American citizen.
Disgusting.
Now, here we are in the future. The pilot actually got rescued, right? Both pilots got rescued. And I can't wait to see Hasan's crash out over that, because what do you mean they rescued the pilot? But they commit war crimes. You should put them in prison. Yeah, you first, Hasan. I feel like if another country like nukes the USA, Hasan would just be out on the streets like celebrating, like, thank you, we're a cancer. You should totally wipe us out. Absolutely demented. So anyways, he hears...
I truly do believe that Hasan would say that. Yeah, I definitely think his nasty self would be sitting there backflipping. Brogan would be doing the Cupid shuffle. Denims would be doing the electric slide. They nasty over there. iDubbbz would be on his knees begging, please, sir, can I sit on your lap one more time? They all of them would be, they would be losing their mind, bro.
Of a rescue, right? And then he immediately doubts it. And I can't believe it. My prediction literally came true like minutes later. Anytime anything pro-USA is reported, he goes, well, I'm not sure about that. Well, actually, we need to confirm the statements. I'm not actually...
Medium, you wrong for that. You wrong for that. You foul. Medium, he said no. Kaya would be doing the electric slide. Damn, that's true. And sad.
Sure about that. And that would be fine if he was consistent with it, but he's really not.
A U.S. official confirms to ABC News one of the crew members has been rescued. Let's get right to Chief Global Affairs anchor Martha Raddatz. Martha, what do we know so far?
We know that.
So the other one, MIA for the time being.
Why y'all booing me? I'm right. No, that's facts, though. You right.
But apparently one of the crew members has been rescued. Now, I don't know how reliable this information is because CENTCOM has been aggressively lying about it. And the first piece of information that we got on this incident came from Israeli news as well, and then also the American arm of Israeli news, CBS. So I don't know how reliable that information is either, if we're being fair, right? Just giving you fair warning here. It could be the case, certainly, that the search and rescue operations were successful and they got one out. It could be total bullshit.
Yeah, Hasan, we get it. You are pro-regime. I mean, I hope they paid you for the TV channel. I mean, they really love using your copyright, you know? Hasan goes, nah, you're my buddies. It's a treat, you know? Usually I'll charge, but this one's on me. I appreciate your work. Pizza's on me. Moving on to Asmin clowning Hasan for his outfit. Asmin roasts Hasan's drip.
NFT store with a two... Oh, my ape's gone. Those aren't even Bored Apes. That's a different line. Why does he spend so much money on this bullshit, man? I don't know why he spends so much money on bullshit. Like,
I wouldn't wear that. That dude look crazy.
This is so stupid. This looks like a fucking trench coat from World War I. It got recovered.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely do. You can't front about that. Could have swore I seen somebody wearing that in the boy that wore the striped pajamas movie. If you know, you know. Ain't that the name of that film? That's a sad ass movie.
From like a ditch last month. It's in a museum now. Really, it's so awful. Like, and I think that the last time that he had
used Borat, that's funny. Yeah, it's funny. You do be acting like
The good one was at the Streamer Awards whenever he dressed up like Mao.
Well, what do you know? The only outfit that suits Hasan is that of a dictator. You know, some things in life, they just poetically make sense, you know?
Exactly.
They just fit nature perfectly. You know, I guarantee you, if Hasan was given the chance, he would become the most ruthless dictator in the world. Make no mistake, this guy's a complete psycho. The only reason he hasn't done any of that is because he's too busy bogged down by slop tubers and Asmongold. Bro's political campaign is never working, right? Imagine he tries to run for like a political position. I mean, can you imagine how many times the clip of him shocking Kaya will be shared? He just knows it's an instant loss. Like from that day onwards, any sort of political career has been tanked. 2K plus to look like this, by the way. Ay. Bro wish he had 1% of this guy's aura. Money can't buy good taste. Hasan is a textbook example of this. Oh my god, bro. You gotta hand it to the man for having consistently zero drip. Right, that's a lot of things going on there. This one's just an absolute classic. We got emo teenager Hasan, I guess. Whatever this is, it looks like a completely different person here. He actually looks somewhat normal here.
Yeah, I'm not the best dresser in the world. I dress better than Hasan, bro. I dress a billion times better than this nigga. What is he doing? This nigga look nuts.
And then we got this one with a bunch of garbage on his pants. Now click this video.
Yeah, Hasan's a crazy person. Real talk. You say he look like you. Like, give me some more Busta Rhymes. That's wild. That's why, yeah, Hasan be tripping. But tell me what you guys think down in the comment section. Hit the hype button. Watch more videos. Yeah, Hasan is a different individual. He's a very different person. He's a different kind of guy.